Welcome to Vet Ranch. I'm Dr. Carrie. This is Penny. She came from the shelter and she was going to be euthanized, most likely because of this respiratory infection. She's got several things going on. We're going to have to try to weed through those. She supposedly had a possible pelvic fracture, so we're going to take some x-rays. You can see she's breathing really shallowly and coughing. She also has a very high fever of 105.3. So we're just going to kind of start taking some x-rays and doing some blood work and try to figure out how many problems we're dealing with and how to proceed. But she's certainly, if you look at her, she feels really terrible. So we're going to see if we can't get her better. We're not going to give up on her yet. We have some x-rays of Penny, and what I'm worried about, her radiographs show really severe pneumonia. So this is her chest here, and then this is kind of the silhouette of her heart that you can see, and there's a ton of fluid in her lungs. With the temp of 105.3, I think it's safe to assume she has pneumonia. We're just going to have to start treating her because she's not eating or drinking. It's probably exacerbated by the fact that she also is heartworm positive, so we're just going to have to work through these issues and first and foremost get this infection under control, get her feeling better and getting her eating and drinking. But she's a lot sicker than we had kind of imagined initially. Also, there was concern about her having some fractures in her pelvis, but it looks great, so that's at least one positive. And we also found she has a really severe urinary tract infection. So we have Penny kind of in an isolation area because of her severe pneumonia, and we're still trying to sort through her problems and figure out how much of her issue is actually pneumonia versus secondary heart problems from her heartworm disease, which she has. So she's not doing great, not as good as we would have hoped. So we have an IV catheter in her, so we're giving her fluids and then also IV antibiotics. So we're going to kind of keep treating her and see how she does. And she eats a little bit, but we'd really like to see her appetite be better. It's been 1 week since we sent Penny home, and she's doing so good in her foster home. She is eating for them normally, and she seems to be perking up quite a bit. So remember, she was really weak in her back end when she was here, and she's just doing amazing now. Well, it's been 1 month, and even though Penny looks scared, it's because she's on this table. She is doing amazing in her foster home. She's eating great, she's full of energy, she's not coughing anymore. So we just wanted to give her a couple more weeks to heal before we did her heartworm treatment. So that's why she's here today. We are going to give her the first injection of 30 days apart. So we're going to do the first one today, and we're going to give an injection in the deep lumbar muscles of the back. And so those are going to slowly break up and kill the heartworms over time. And the hardest part for her is that she's going to be maybe a little sore where we gave those injections, but she also is going to have to be cage confined and rested for 30 days this time, and then after the next 2 injections, 30 more days after that. It's been about 4 months since we first met Penny. It's been a long journey with her. She was one of the ones that I really was not sure if she was going to make it or not because of how severe her pneumonia was, but she did great. We spent about a month clearing that up and then did her 2 phases of her heartworm treatment. So she is actually perfect now. Normal dog, eating and drinking, spunky again, so she is perfect. And we just wanted to check her again today and make sure she didn't have any complications, kind of her final follow-up. And we just want to say thank you guys so much for your donations. Penny was definitely within hours of being euthanized because she was so sick at the shelter. So we just want to say thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching our videos. Right, Penny?
I've been thinking about it lately. I want to give you what you want. I want to give you what you want. I want to give you what you want.
So Penny is one of our favorites because she's what we call a foster fail. She's a foster fail, so we're excited because she gets to live where she's already happy, where she loves everybody, so we're taking her back to her owner. That's not the door, Goose. Come on.
'Cause all I'm asking is for a heartbeat. Just a small town miracle. cold. And if the good Lord doesn't hear me, I just wanted you to know, you to know. I've been thinking about it